Hi, this is my demonstration of ClarifAI for the assessment from Decode Edge. My system gathers proofs and finds problems, and it only tells the LLM and hands over the complete control to a human so as they can make the decision for approval or rejection, which will cascade into being used elsewhere, the decision. Essentially, this is what it does. So first, I assemble my files. I read all my files. I get some analysis. I check if there's any conflict. I cross-check with the claims that there are. I check for any gaps, and I like to highlight them so that it will be a good. It will be a good point for someone to take who's using the application for the user, right? And then we retrieve, then the LLM takes it and synthesizes with evidence and flags, and then we validate the LLM's output shape, and we cite every ID out there, and then the human decision state comes in where you get to approve or reject. And I will be demonstrating this with CMP102, the campaign ID. I have a question for myself here, which I will be pasting. There we go. And I also have my additional notes, because why not? And then I hit analyze. Now we'd be expecting a summary, a lot of conflicts, and there we go. So this is really important that we are pending a human review. It is pending. We have to work on it. Now let's get straight into the summary, right? The campaign CMP102 vitamin D3, it shows strong performance metrics and compliance alignment. With the question, is this campaign ready to scale budget, or are there any compliance or data concerns we should resolve first, right? So we do get the summary, but no compliance violations or data gaps identified. Now, yes, we have churned out some values. We have implemented some stuff, and we've come here, but this isn't sufficient, right? What is sufficient is that we'd go check out the conflicts, if any. Okay, we do not have any conflicts, but we do have gaps per se. These are the gaps that the LLM has picked out, right? And there are recommended actions. So these are what are nudged or prompted to the user. The recommended actions such as proceed with budget scaling, no compliance violations, or before double spending, verify inventory capacity, can support increased order volume, and confirm supply chain can fulfill double order volume without stockouts. So these are some of I think prognostic capabilities of this application. And at the highest level of approval is the human, and this is where they would enter their notes or findings, which would not set them as blockers for futures reference. And I hit approve, and the decision is recorded as approved. There is an approval badge here, and you can see that the status has also changed to approved, right? So this is how the application works. And yeah, let me try to show you what happens if I want some sort of use case where there are some conflicts or something like that, right? Let's try CMP 101, and let's check if their version 2 is better than the version 1. Okay, now let's go. And if you wait for a couple of seconds, voila, here we go. So same format as previously. We do have some important metrics that we can really look at. These are, in my opinion, really important as how V1 and V2 differ. I think it's pretty staggering from 3.5 versus 2.8. It also shows you violations that it's picked up in the compliance, and there are also some unknown gaps that we had. So essentially, this is what ClarifAI does. I'd be glad to sit in the live round and have a to and fro about this. Thank you so much. I hope you have a nice day.